Hey Aries, welcome to your reading. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you'd like a personal reading, head to my website for more information. The link will be in the description box. This is really interesting. You've got Ten of Pentacles, Wealth, the Unicursal hexagram, Three of Pentacles, Works, Nine of Discs, the Empress. Okay, this is telling me that there's been some sort of big chapter, some form of institutionalized experience, like it's kind of like you were indoctrinated into some form of having to be a certain way, and you were doing something, but something's ended, something's coming to an end, or it's ended, and it may feel like the carpet was ripped out from underneath you because you've got the Unicursal hexagram here and then Works. That's telling me that whatever has just happened, I'd say in the last 6 to 9 months, something big has happened. Some sort of shift. Maybe it was a person leaving your life, a job that ended, a family dynamic, a friendship dynamic that's ended. Something's ended in the physical realm. And it's I get that it's probably come as a big shock. Like, it wasn't something that you were aiming for. You were kind of aiming to support this thing, grow this thing, move in this direction, but something just went no. And that's what the Unicursal hexagram is. This means divine provenance, which, I mean, everything is, but they're saying that in your life, there's some sort of thing that doesn't make sense to you right now, and you're kind of feeling left out in the dark or left out in the cold, and maybe just shortchanged. But Spirit's saying that this has been divinely orchestrated because there's a foundation that's being laid, that's Spirit's working on this, and that was all part of this. So no matter what feelings came up around that, like, obviously you need to work through them, process the trauma, process the loss, process the redirection. Once you've done that, and that's okay to do that, Spirit's saying all of that ended. That was Spirit. That wasn't something that you messed up. I'm trying to stop swearing. That wasn't something that you messed up or could have done better. And it may have seemed like it was somebody else or something else's issues that caused the ending or the redirection with a job or a relationship, living situation maybe. But this is being literally 100% guided by Spirit. It couldn't have turned out any other way. The only thing that you're required to do is disseminate what happened, figure out what the lesson was, figure out how you can improve in any potential situations like that in the future, and then Spirit's it's kind of like they've got a parachute, like they've hooked you up to this parasailing parachute, and you're like, wait, no, I want to stay here, and then the winds of Spirit just took you away from this thing, and you're like, no, you're seeing it fading off in the distance, like, I wanted that so bad. But Spirit saying, oh, we know what you want, and trust me, you're gonna get it, but not there. There was a dead end. So they've had to shut it down, they've had to redirect, and now they're building something. And I feel like you know what this is, because, or if you don't yet, you're about to, because the Knight of Discs into the Empress, that's telling me that things are gravitating towards you, but you're taking actions that are helping accumulate mass and density into what it is that you want, which is attracting like gravity. It's just pulling everything around it in that it needs in order to self-perpetuate into a place of abundance. Oh my goodness, I just realized I left my mouse here. Sorry about that. Knight of Discs to the Empress, and these things that are gravitating towards you, all the loss, all the pain, all of it it's like a Jenga tower, except instead of what felt like, half of the tower fell down because you pulled out the wrong block or something happened, they're actually saying, oh no, we're going to rebuild it stronger, bigger, better than ever. But that had to end. This had to end. Maybe it was like, I'm not going to go back into that because it's something to do with finances, job, relationships, one of the three. And it could be finances in relation to where you live. I'm not sure, but something's ended. I see something has very clearly ended, and it was Spirit. And the Empress is somebody who takes note. She rules over all the queens. She doesn't rule, she embodies all the queens. just something's coming through. Just give me a second. Yeah, Spirit's saying that like it may feel like you're kind of just constantly walking uphill, and the load may have gotten too much to bear, and it may feel that way right now. But there's definitely something in the works that's gonna embolden and hang on, sorry, something's coming through. What is that, Spirit? Ah, right, okay. Yeah, it feels like there's like almost like an attack, like you stepping into this new foundation. There's almost like this attack that comes in from other people and other things where it's like, oh god, this, like, am I even supposed to do this? Like, it just seems like there might be attacks. I don't necessarily mean hurdles, like blockages. I feel like the path is very clear, and it's going to be clear, continuously cleared, no matter what falls in your path, by Spirit, because this new direction you're going in, that card is like Spirit screaming. That's what that card basically means to me. Is like saying there's this huge puzzle piece that they can't exactly show why, but just trust. You need to trust. There's a shield here, and I get that, like, this foundation is going to strengthen you. If it hasn't already, you may feel like you're more grounded, more you, and more immovable in who you are and what you want. And through that, yeah, there's going to be people coming in to try and knock you off your horse. I see that very clearly. And you're kind of just effortlessly holding up your shield, being like, oh, hell no, hell no. See this light coming off of the... Oh my god, I'll pick it up. Okay. See all that light coming off the shield? That's solar plexus chakra energy. And that's telling me that it's your desires that's going to keep you shielded. It's kind of like, oh no, I'm more than happy to stand here and like hold this shield up. You're only going to hurt yourself continuing to hit this shield. Like, you're hurting yourself by punching this shield. I'm just quietly moving on. And I see the horse is just like, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable, I'm just going to graze. Like, I'm not worried. That's the energy, this confidence, this newfound confidence, this newfound fire. And it may not have manifested just yet, because what I get in the center is the works card. So that's telling me that there's a new foundation for a new direction in your life being laid. And I get that most of you have already started to see this foundation, even if it feels different, and kind of like you're just parasailing with an invisible parasail. And it's like, oh my god, I know I'm not falling. That's really weird, but I don't feel safe. Like, everything feels unfamiliar, and there's all this uncertainty. And some of you may have already figured out, like, the new direction, so that may not be the uncertainty. The uncertainty might come from it being a new path and not being 100% sure on how to work it, how to achieve it, but Spirit's saying that you're definitely on the right path, as Spirit's just cleared something out, or is about to, or is doing it right now. And yeah, it's kind of like the Spirit just keeps saying to me, like, what you thought was all the glitter wasn't gold, even if you haven't realized that yet. Whatever ended this year, it may have been something that started last year, or even well into the past, but in the last, like, 9-12 months tops, something has just toppled over and ended, but not in a destructive, like, it's kind of like a redirect. Alright, I'm gonna get some more clarifiers for this, just because I love using this deck. Card number 1, Insight, spell work. You may be doing spell work, energy work, to try and... sorry, I'm trying to make it look all pretty. Insight, yeah. So this ending, for a lot of you, I think, provided some clarity around yourself and how you allow people to show up in your life and how you allow their influence to influence your life, kind of reaffirming that you are wise and you do know exactly what you're doing, and signs that you thought maybe weren't signs because you were blinded by the wealth, the the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. But it wasn't what you thought. And I think a lot of you have seen that, but some of you might still be struggling to see it because the desire for that outcome is still very fresh. But you have to allow it to release, because Spirit's going to bring something incredible in once you do it. But I feel like most of you have already done it. I feel like that's already ended for a lot of you, but okay. So look at the insight that you received from that experience. Don't just be like, oh, that was crap. Thank you, Spirit, for taking that crap away. And then just leaving it like that. You need to really go into it and be like, okay, how did I show up? How did I protect myself? How did I devalue my own wisdom, my own knowings, my subtle intuition that maybe was kind of nudging at me, saying, don't do this, don't align yourself with that person. This person or that thing has made you feel unsafe for a reason. And then you've gone like, oh, well, but maybe it's because of this. It's like, no. You had the insight, and now I think you're seeing it. Alright, what's this Unicursal hexagram, Spirit? What do we got? Sorry, I'll try not to shuffle near the... Ooh. Near the healing. Rose quartz, healing. Yeah. So I feel like when this ended, you went into this state of either seclusion, reclusion maybe, like the hermit sort of energy. But this ending brought about a lot of healing, and if you haven't seen it yet, you're probably still in the thick of it. So just trust that Spirit's guiding you into something, and that anything that comes up you just need to deal with, process the emotions, process the thoughts, and really ask your spirit guides to step in and just show you what it is you need to heal if you're struggling to heal. Relying on Spirit, not so much other people or things. Really rely on Spirit for this, because they'll tell you where you need to go. Sorry, Spirit just chimed in. That's what they said, because Spirit will tell you where you need to go. Alright. For those of you who are still stuck in this area of the reading in that timeline, if you've moved on to the middle, to the present, into the future, we'll see. Alright. Clarity on that Three of Pentacles, please. I did it again. I started shuffling in the microphone. Silly me. Alright. Oh, there we go. Oh, flew right onto the chair. Take action. Triangle. Would you look at that? You ready? You see it? Alright, and that's red. Red fire. Okay. And you've got Mars there too. That's very fire energy. Alright. Take action. Yeah. Once you realize the direction, the foundation that Spirit's trying to lay for you and push you into because you're so stubborn and you don't want to do it. Spirit's saying, take action. It's time. If you're in that foundation and you know you're kind of just sitting there going, oh, how can I start this? Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Take action. I feel like once you've moved out of this healing phase, it'll feel like you're stagnating. That's because you need to start taking action, because most of the healing's been done. The rest of the healing will be done on the journey, but you've got to start taking action when you start feeling stagnant. Because there is this incredibly powerful foundation, and I get that this is like a life purpose type pull, and it might seem totally untraditional, unconventional compared to what you've done. Like for me, I've been in nursing for over a decade, and I'm being called into doing more of this sort of stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, it doesn't make me feel as secure as a nursing job, but we'll see. And that's what Spirit's calling you to do as well, is to move into this new power, this new position of power. I just got this position of power, like onto your throne. But you've got to start building the kingdom first before you can put in a throne. Like, otherwise it's just a throne sitting out in the middle of the field, and it's like, so start taking action if you feel stagnant and stuck, and trust that Spirit will guide you. Sorry, you might be able to hear the aeroplanes going over. Alright, Spirit, Knight of Discs. What have you got to say about that? believe. Yeah, believe in yourself, believe in your ability to take the right directions, to be able to withstand anything that comes your way. Because, I mean, you're still alive. If you're listening to this right now, you are a survivor. And I'm not saying anyone who's passed isn't. I'm just saying you are a survivor, and whatever this is drawing you closer. Don't be afraid to get on your horse and start taking direction, taking action and control over your life. You've got the power, you've got the... and Spirit wants you to do it, and they're supporting you to do it. I mean, in the middle, you've got 2 triangles, fire, fire, Mars, Mars. Like, take action on the works. Take action. Start taking action. And believe that it's going to take you to your happy ever after. Believe it, and just walk and start doing it. Start planning, start, making it happen. Why not? You deserve it. Why not? Alright, the Empress. What are you saying? You got recklessness. Now, this isn't you. They're not saying you're reckless. It's resurrection, recklessness. Okay. Empress. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So, what they've just shown me, this is actually like an homage to the scene in a movie where they bring someone back to life and he was abusive, but they didn't want to get caught out as murderers because that's just not who they are, but they were defending themselves, and it happened because they had to. It was literally kill or be killed. So there's this energy of recklessness, resurrection, and it's like Spirit saying that the people from your past, once you start moving on this path, reckless people, toxic people, abusive people, those sorts of people are going to come out from the woodworks. I'm not saying all of them. Don't expect, every single person who's ever wronged you to come out of the woodworks, but they're saying that you'll stand in this Empress energy, and this won't even be a thing for you. Like, this won't even be an issue. Their reckless energy won't even be able to touch you. And I'm getting that the beginning here, the insight and the ending, something like that was like reckless, like, oh, sorry, my OCD, there we go, whoops, ugh, that's better, all is right with the world. Okay. They're saying that this reckless energy shut down, and it's like a cycle. It'll kind of come back around you, but by that point your foundation is so secure and you're finally sitting on your throne as the Empress. Yeah, I wouldn't worry as long as you stay on your path, and it might feel nerve-wracking to do it because you think, oh, if I step on my path, that opens up the door for toxic people to come down and tear me down. It's the exact opposite. You stepping on your path will literally either deter these people or make it so effortless when they come with their BS that you barely even register it, and it's just kind of like a simple decision, a simple action, something, and you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'm alright, I'm good, I'm loving my life. What are you doing? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Yes, it's time to take action. Look, that is smack bang in the middle. Take action. Spirit is with you 100%. This card doesn't come out lightly, and it rarely comes out, but when it does, it's saying that there's some sort of incredibly powerful divine destiny that Spirit's trying to orchestrate and to put you on this new divine path. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope this helped. Again, personal readings on my website, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening. Blessed be.